Hey guys, welcome back to Kitchen Court Cases, where we watch court in my kitchen. Today, we have a bit of a doozy over the self represented docket. These people are not asking for a divorce and they're not fighting over custody. They are asking to invalidate their marriage for some pretty interesting reasons. Let's take a look and see.
All right, next is Willow Forrest and Kenneth Clark. And Ms. Forrest, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Mr. Clark, can you hear me okay? You'll need to unmute yourself, Mr. Clark. Mr. Clark, can you unmute yourself? Then I'd like to be able to talk to you. Mr. Clark may be having some issues, but unmuting himself. There should be a microphone on your computer. What you want to do is click on it, and then it would unmute, or if you're on the phone, press *6 and it will unmute yourself. Well, I'm going to assume you're able to hear us. Ms. Forrest is bringing a motion to invalidate the marriage, and I'm going to let her speak to that, and then hopefully we can get the technical issue dealt with Mr. Clark. So, Ms. Forrest, do you want to tell me why you want to invalidate the marriage?
We have never ever lived together. He has his ex-girlfriend, Shannon Spencer, living with him. I have a roommate, and when we got married, we both altered our plans. Like one minute we were talking about my roommates and my friend leaving, and I don't know why he wanted that, but the whole thing was I was supposed to move in, and I told him I'm not moving in with you and Shannon ever. It's ridiculous. Then he was very abusive. He didn't do any really husbandy things. I've never been taken care of. I pay my own bills. We have separate bills. Right now, I have a restraining order and a case number, which is A23-7688 by Beadle, Deputy Beadle, from him staging, because he stole my arrow, and he staged trying to get me put in jail wrongfully by ripping his jacket with the arrow, and called the police on me when I was inside with my professor on Zoom. And I was bone drying on the 10th. It was really raining. And I've just got these so much. The other deal breaker was, I'm sorry, there's all the text. I believe I sent these to you. I don't know if you have the whole thing. I have zero tolerance for drugs. And when he started acting really aggressive and then lying, he literally sabotaged me in the places. We live next door to each other. We don't even live together. But he's got the landlord involved, talking, smack to me. And then just horrible slander. And I asked him to pee in the urine, and he did, and he peed.
Oh, sorry. Mr. Clark, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can I-
now we can. All right. Have you been able to hear Ms. Forrest?
Yes, sir. There's
Don't,
one issue that I do
don't
have.
speak right now. Don't speak.
Okay.
I want to hear Ms. Forrest out, okay?
Okay.
And then I'll hear from you. Ms.
He said,
Forrest, on
Yeah.
your petition, you marked we currently live in the same household.
no, we currently do not. I live in space 12. He lives in space 13.
Okay,
which,
I understand you're telling me you don't, but that's what you marked on the petition. So it sounds like that's incorrect.
sir,
Okay.
the last time we were, the last time I showed up for court, because he didn't, the judge told me that I had to write a declaration so he could move forward with the invalidation. So when I charged my phone because I wasn't feeling good that day, I get a message from him, text messages telling me I'm worthless, a, a piece of shit, I'm a whore. And then what I told him in a nice way is, I'm sorry, I was at court. Basically, we have until the 13th to either work our differences out or just invalidate, because I am not going to move in with you with Shannon Spencer. And he
Well,
wants, he
the-
keeps bashing.
The choice here, I guess, there's the other choice is if I don't find the marriage invalid, then that means you just go through a dissolution proceeding. You file for a divorce and you go that route. So I guess you're claiming that you were married because of pressure, force, or fraud. Is that
No,
right?
no, the pressure was so I was moving my friends into, well, I was trying to move my friends into another trailer park.
Was this before you were married or after?
No, before.
Okay.
And I told him, because he was really worried that I wasn't going to come back and I was going to move with them. I said, I love you. I'm not going to do that. And he's like, I think you will. I was like, well, one day we'll get married, and that would prove love, whatever. And I can't remember verbatim, but I do know that to prove my love, I went ahead and married him early. And I said, and then when we were going there, I changed my mind just because of his behavior and how he was treating me. And he argued with me. He was like, please, I promise I won't bother your friends. I'll leave fag boy and lesbo alone. I will work this out. We'll take our time. And so we constantly tried together to try to make it work, but our lifestyles are too different. And then when he bought me flowers the other day, which he's so believable. And so I was like, wow, questioning my own sanity. I went down there and we were supposed to spend time, and the flowers were gorgeous. But I wanted to pick out like a song so he could hear it because he was playing the heavy stuff. But I was going to surprise him with a song. He was in the shower. And you know how you go on YouTube, if you get messages or you have messages, when you click it back on the phone, the screen goes blank. Well, I saw all the lies on one thing. It was a very suspicious text. And he was caught with sex toys. And I've asked him, right?
Yeah, right.
He needs to get rid of them. My neighbor, Beth, and he has a panty problem where he steals people's panties out.
Man, that
It's just too much. I
that
don't.
isn't the issue here, really. The question is whether you were pressured, forced, or entered the marriage as a result of fraud.
I feel it was a fraud because he promised he wasn't gonna berate my friends or overstress me out. And that's all it's been, is pressure with him.
And he said that before you got married?
Yeah. And then just like I promised I would move my friends, but then we talked about they would be homeless. I even told him that we could work on getting an apartment together. He's never made an effort, because to him, which he's written many times in the text, he's perfect. Why change him? But he's always going to drug houses. I'm a psychology student. I didn't bargain for this. Not to mention zero respect. My cat.
Okay, let me hear from Mr. Clark, okay?
He set me up and lied about me. I mean, lies all the time about me.
You'll have a chance to respond. I want to hear from Mr. Clark. Mr. Clark, what's your position about the petition to invalidate the marriage?
This marriage is, and believe me, is invalid. And Miss Forrest is lying. She does not have a restraining
order.
order.
Before we get into all of that, do you agree that I should invalidate the marriage?
Yes, I do, sir.
Well, then that's as far as we need to go. I'll sign an invalidation.
For the record, can I say just that Miss Forrest does not have a restraining order against me? She got served yesterday, and the restraining order against her is active.
Okay, just a moment.
I've never been served.
I'm an hour late on another docket I'm supposed to handle, and we're not going to deal with the restraining order. The only thing before me right now is whether the marriage should be invalidated.
Yes, sir.
You have told me you want it invalidated. I will sign that order. I don't have that order in front of me. So, Ms. Forrest, you will need to prepare that order and provide it to me. And that would be an order invalidating the marriage, and also something called findings of fact and conclusions of law. You can get those from the clerk's office if you need to.
Hey, let me write that.
I'm going to grant the order or the motion invalidating the marriage because both of you.
Thank you.
All right. And that's as far as I need to go today.
Wait, so
have a good day, Your Honor.
What's the other one called?
Thank you.
It's called, and there'll be an order invalidating the marriage, and then findings of fact and conclusions of law relating to a marriage.
Findings of fact
and conclusions of law.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That order, I'll sign it.
Thank you.
All right. I think that's it for today.
Well, that was certainly something. In the end, they both wanted the same thing, and the judge helped them out. But she got in her words. Please let me know what you think down in the comments below. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We are very fast approaching the 1,000 subscriber mark on this channel, and I know you'd like to be in that OG group. Thank you so much for coming to the kitchen, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.